Good afternoon, John Verlin once again, On-Demand Advertising Solutions, Digital Marketing Update, podcast number 34. I want to start off today by talking to you briefly about a gentleman I talked with last week who owns a business in the town I live in. He said, John, we've been talking a little bit about what you have to offer, and I'm interested. And he said, really, what you're doing is complementary to what I'm doing with Google AdWords. It reinforces what I'm trying to accomplish on search engine optimization, getting my name on lists, everything. And I said, well, that's a good point. Everything should be complementary, whether it's radio, TV, print, email blasts, direct mail, whatever it is, but particularly when it comes to content and your expertise in promoting that content and expertise. All of that should complement one another because that's your marketing platform. That's the impressions that are formed when people visit your website or see you online. And whether they bring up an ad through search on Google AdWords and get to your website, they're going to see the different links, the different posts you've made on your blog, the videos, everything. All that's going to agree with it to, yes, complement the money you're spending on Google. Because now you've got something to show them that shows your value, shows your expertise, and shows how you're in touch. And this all leads into what I want to talk about today. Great post written by Martin Zwilling that was in Inc. Magazine about end of September. 7 ways companies of any size can achieve record growth, especially in today's turbulent markets. Now, this could have been written 20 years ago. I mean, when isn't there a turbulent market? But he talks about some really great ideas that we have been talking about in these podcasts, and it goes right in line with what I've been trying to share with you about why these various elements of content and promotion are so important. He basically is saying that every opportunity today is global, and so is the competition, and how customer expectations are evolving and technology is changing, which is normal. That has been the case, but it's forcing companies from little ones to big ones to innovate quickly despite fear of change, uncertainty, and doubt. Okay, so evolving customer expectations and technology are forcing these changes. Okay, there's nothing we can do about it. We either lose customers or we stay on top of things and gain them. So basically, we got to capitalize on uncertainties in the market, and instead of letting these unknowns slow you down, get everybody on your team to make a commitment to respond quickly and effectively to these opportunities that we're now having. He basically says 7 things, and they're great. Number 1, he says, embrace uncertainty and risk rather than repeatability. Businesses, have always wanted to be consistent, to know their costs, know their profits, everything very consistent. But today, we have to have the ability to anticipate and adapt to change to beat competitors and excite customers. Okay, number 2, he says, is get in sync with customers. How? By frequent customer interaction. Seek direct customer feedback, he says, via social media and personal interactions rather than old market research. Products and services should be updated continuously, not just with a major annual upgrade. This is fast. I mean, this is why all this is so important, why I've been emphasizing if you have never done content promotion or marketing or social media promotion or interaction, you need to change with that and adapt because your methods of marketing have changed. The print advertising you may have used to have done, or your direct mail or email, all that's changed. Look at the Postal Service. Almost went out of business. So what would that do to somebody that relied on direct mail? Forces you to change rapidly, faster than your competitors, or they're going to overtake you. Number 3, continually look outside for talent, data, and technology. We see that basically leveraging the ideas and capabilities outside your organization can grow opportunities and reduce risk faster rather than increasing risk. Again, it's keeping those antennas up and leveraging ideas and capabilities outside of your current business. Because of this fast change, we got to stay on top of things. Number 4, he says, connect and strengthen your customer ecosystem. Okay, now he suggests, he talks about a lot of growth companies like Salesforce.com have found really good leverage value in hosting events to have their customers learn from each other, as well as from channel partners and complementary application providers. So host events, have, I guess, parties, whatever you feel, to get your customers to share with one another, to interact, and you're hosting it. You're in front of your customers, which they'll like, but you're also providing a network, a means of education, learning. You're the person behind that, and they'll appreciate it. That's part of the customer ecosystem. Number 5, create cross-functional teams to attack opportunities. This really is opening the creativity of your employees, enabling them to choose their own job, grant them leeway to get the work done. They need that spark, and particularly we've heard a lot of stories I've read about millennials and how you can keep them involved. This is part of the big thing, is giving them the tools to let their ideas jump out and expand to get things done, to make them happy, because it's huge. It's huge keeping your employees happy, and you can get learning, change, all of these things they can be involved with, and it gets them involved. Number 6, pursue growth opportunities outside your comfort zone. Really, it's learning new skills. Make it a prime thing for every employee to learn some new skills. Maybe it's social media. Maybe it's copywriting. Maybe, accounting. I don't know. But whatever that is, let them cross-train, learn new skills, new talent, so they can be aware and on top of things to help you in this rapid change. And finally, he talks about number 7, recognize, again, the impact of trust on efficiency and speed. Take deliberate action to build trust. Be a personal role model. Encourage and expect healthy conflict, debate, and dissent. The result is better discussions, more consensus, and accelerated business growth. And show appreciation ongoing for each employee's individual contributions. All of that's huge. They've got to trust you as a leader and an owner. But now, how many times have you intervened in a brainstorming session or cut people off, not let them finish their sentence, not let them throw out their ideas? No idea is a bad idea. Not ridiculing what they say, things like that. You need to encourage debate. You need to encourage dissent and healthy conflict. That's the only way to get new cutting-edge ideas out and on the table, because you're relying on each individual person's values as well as their learning and what they have seen. And it may only take one idea to change everything. And again, showing appreciation is huge. Whether it's a weekly lunch, a gift card, whatever, that's a huge thing. It's a small price to pay to keep your employees happy. And the objectives of these imperatives is to help you stimulate continuous and fearless growth, even in turbulent markets, by staying more competitive, fostering innovation, and dominating your space. And if you haven't already done it, start. That's what I've been sharing with businesses I've talked to, people who have not only emailed me about this podcast, but different networking events I've attended. It's not too late to start, and it should have happened yesterday. I had a prospect call me this week, and I asked him, okay, so what time frame are we talking about getting started? He's like, yesterday. Well, I talked to him 8 months ago, and he now has a website. He's ready to go. But this should have happened a year ago because of these turbulent times and the change and how quickly it's happening. John Verlin, On Demand Advertising Solutions. Love to hear from you. Email is johnverlin12@AT&T.net, or you can check out ondemandadvertisingsolutions.com, and we'll talk to you again next week.